Hey guys, what's going on? Lee Sanders here from the RCWR Show, covering all things wrestling, entertainment, and beyond since 2011. Welcome! It's the month of February. I got my box of chocolates and I got my pro wrestling crate. I died and went to heaven. How about that? I love that, right? I hope you lovely ladies had a fantastic Valentine's Day. I wish I could give all of you all a box of chocolates, but I only could get one, and it's actually for my lovely lady that's holding on to the camera right now recording, but I can make it up to you guys in a nice cool way. I did the 6th annual Slow Jamming with Lee special. If you are into some nice romantic ballads from all kinds of different genres, I recommend you all check it out. It's available on demand and on the downloads, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, TuneIn. God, it's all over the place. Just use the keywords, the RCWR Show. You'll be able to pull it up that way. And if you're new, welcome, please. I would love for y'all to subscribe so you never miss out on all the great content that comes your way on a weekly basis. So click the subscribe button down below and click on the bell notification so you always know about new content that comes your way. We're doing an exclusive Discord chat server and we're having a lot of fun. If you want to enter that Discord chat server, get at me by commenting below, or better yet, get at me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Use the keywords, the RCWR Show, and get at me because it's pretty much a first come, first serve, private invitation, but we're tearing it up on Discord, having a lot of fun. We got this awesome pro wrestling crate. I've been eagerly anticipating this. I say without any further ado, let's go ahead and let's see what's inside the box. I'm telling you, I'm very curious here what's going on in this box. Now, one thing I want to tell you guys, which is, and I don't think we've stressed this before on any of the unveilings we've done for pro wrestling crates, you can opt out of this at any time. Anytime. You don't have to be stuck to this month to month or 6 months or year to year. You can pretty much opt in 1 month. Once you see what's going on with next month's crate, I'll pass. Come back when you feel like it. Start up the subscription again. You can't beat it. $29.99. You can't beat that. And hey, can I give a congrats to Pro Wrestling Crate / Pro Wrestling Tees? They recently acquired a company called That Wrestling Crate, and they were basically doing almost an identical subscription to what Pro Wrestling Crate is doing, except they were also putting, I think, Funko or those bobblehead. You guys collect those. I don't know anything about those, so that's why I always fumble with the names. With those bobblehead Funko Pop icon figures, right? Pretty much anybody can have one of those things, right? That costed about $10, $11 more. Sometimes there would be autographed items like that in the crates, and those would cost about $44 or whatever. But congrats to Pro Wrestling Crate because they've acquired that business and they're handling the subscriptions currently. So I'm very curious what's going to happen eventually. Is it just going to be a whole fusion and everything's just going to go under the Pro Wrestling Crate regime or what? Also, I got to give mad shout out to Pro Wrestling Crate / Pro Wrestling Tees, as they're now working on a subdivision, I should say, with regards to MMA. They're now trying to get into MMA collectible memorabilia and kind of doing similar to what's happening with these pro wrestling crates. So just curious, what are you guys going to call that? Are you going to call that pro fighting crates or pro MMM crates? I'm very curious. Let me know. Tell them what you want for that cool name. But I think that's awesome that they're just, okay, let's not stay delegated to pro wrestling. Let's branch out. All right, so spoiler, other side, yeah, we know that. Next month's theme, Wrestlers with Podcasts. I actually saw the notification of this on Facebook, because I do follow them on Facebook. Yes, people, Facebook is still a thing. That's featuring Edge and Christian, Jerry Lawler, Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, Jim Ross, X-Pac, Colt Cabana. Come on, how you going to do a Wrestlers with Podcast crate and don't include Pro Wrestling Tees' own Colt Cabana? Come on now. And a special DVD featuring Jericho, Bischoff, and Bruce Pritchard. I've heard about this. I know exactly what this is. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but I remember hearing about this. Not this DVD, but I remember this encounter from some months back. And I was very, very curious how it was because a lot of people said that it was thoroughly enjoyable. So I'm eagerly anticipating that. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, I know that face anywhere. Hot damn. Would you look at that? Bret the Hitman Hart. Camera lady's like, I don't know which way I'm going today. Bret Hitman Hart. Look at that. Woo, daddy. Hitman Bret Hart. Best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. I fucks with Bret Hart. Sorry for the profanity, but I love me some Bret Hart. Can I be honest with you guys? Ever since these pro wrestling crates have been coming my way, there has yet to be a shirt that I've worn. But I will be making an exception. I will be wearing this shirt. How soon? I'll actually be wearing this tomorrow to work because we can dress casual like that. And I'm going to actually lay this out right here. So camera lady, you can go on in there, give the audience a better look. Boy, that is, I tell you, that is one awesome shirt, man. That is one awesome shirt. All right, let's see what our next one is. Check that out, guys. Hey, Johnny Wrestling. All right, Johnny Gargano. The timing of this is interesting because we just saw Johnny Gargano on Monday Night Raw and this week's SmackDown. And look, I got to be honest here. I love all pro wrestling fans, but you fans in Lafayette on Monday Night Raw, you did not represent. I mean, you want to talk about crowds that were lackluster. You want to talk about crowds that hear a pin drop. Hear somebody pass gas and everybody's going to be able to hear it. Lafayette was like that on Monday night. It was as if y'all were at a funeral. And I was so excited to see Johnny Gargano, Ricochet, Tommaso Ciampa, Aleister Black. I was so excited. Who wasn't excited to see those guys on Monday Night Raw? But you wouldn't know that they were new blood because the crowd was very indifferent. They were just numb the entire night. It was so bad. I remember muting the TV, and I hadn't done that in a couple of years. I muted the TV. Don't take my word for it. Everybody was ripping those fans on Monday night. So I'm telling you, I was ecstatic to see those four guys come back on SmackDown. And this go round, they were in Louisiana. And see, I've been paying attention to where NXT has been touring, and Louisiana, New Orleans has definitely been an area they've toured a lot. So I'm glad they got the type of reaction that they had got. So Johnny Gargano, yeah, that's badass. That's an awesome shirt. I like that. I like that. Go ahead, let's get another look at that one. That's badass. All right. I can already see off the break the other goodies we got in here. I guess we'll go with this one next. Hey, cool. WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy, Mouth of the South, Hart. It's a shoot interview. All right. What we got here? One of the greatest managers of all time, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart provides a unique and in-depth look into his life in music and wrestling and how the two helped him further his career in both. Subjects also include how the Gentrys hit the top of the charts. Sorry about that. How his musical career brought him into wrestling, working for Jerry Jarrett and Jerry Lawler in Memphis, his role with Andy Kaufman, how Hart influenced the booking in Memphis, the funny story of getting the call from the WWF while in Memphis, his surprising reaction of going to the WWF and what he told Vince McMahon, how Hart booked his exit of Memphis, comparing his new life in the WWF with that of Memphis to Jerry Jarrett, the heat of being the new manager in the WWF with Blassie, Albano, and Mr. Fuji, many great stories about his time in the WWF that will leave you laughing about Slick, Bulldogs, Nasty Boys, Randy Savage, and more. Many stories about his good friend Hulk Hogan, and much, much more. Okay, this is actually pretty good. You know, I remember there was a Hulk Hogan documentary, and me and the missus had watched it, Sattermania. And it basically told of the relationship between Hulk Hogan and a lifelong Hogan fan. And I remember briefly Jimmy Hart was on there. I'm a little bit curious if at some point during this shoot interview, if while the subject of Hulk Hogan is brought up, if they'll also touch upon that. That'd be kind of nice if they did, because I'm a little bit more curious as far as an update on how those two guys' friendship continues to do since the years past of that documentary. Just a random thought. All right, see what else we got here. Hey, we've got our exclusive collector's pin. It's Dude Love, one of the many faces of Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, Mankind. Badass. I like that. All right, that's cool. I'll put that right here. It's cool. And we've got our micro brawler for this month, Mr. Kota Ibushi. He was recently injured, just came on back to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Last I heard, it's where I get updated on my New Japan news, but last I heard, he's trying to figure out who he's going to be facing at the next New Japan Pro Wrestling event. It may already have came out by now at the time they were recording this, but we'll definitely know, because I usually talk about New Japan on the show. Shameless plug time. By the way, if you like all things wrestling, entertainment, and beyond, check out the RCWR Show Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, after SmackDown goes off the air on YouTube, Spreaker, also via the RCWR Show app. We also come on Sundays after every single WWE pay-per-view event. Hey, it's a fanny pack. Bruce Pritchard. I want 2 double cheeseburgers, 2 pickles, 2 pieces of onions, 2 orders of french fries, 2 chocolate shakes, 2 double cheeseburgers. That's Bruce Pritchard. He's 2 double cheeseburgers. Something to wrestle with. These used to be over. They did. I'm sure Mrs. remembers. Yeah. These used to be over big time, back in the day, particularly in the 80s, 90s. Yeah. I'm telling you, I never have, I never will push a fanny pack. Never had a need for them. This feels pretty durable though. I gotta say the quality is pretty on point. It's sewn pretty damn well, I must say. The zipper feels okay. It feels like your items are secured. However, I should use caution that the way this feels, although it's durable, I feel as though eventually the zipper could be an issue from this standpoint if you overload. Now, some people would say, that's the case with everything, but trust me, I know my stuff because I pack a lot of stuff usually on a daily basis. And this feels like it will give out if you are constantly overpacking the hell out of this. So, I mean, if you're going to go with markers and pens, kind of like what my best friend Brian does, he usually uses stuff like this for his pens and markers because he's always drawing stuff, right? So he has all that, his Prismacolor pencils, all that. And it's all, I mean, that thing is like, it's about to have a heart attack, like it's about to explode. It's so like fat, thick. But it feels pretty damn good. It's sewn together pretty well, so you don't have to worry about, oh man, it just ripped apart for no apparent damn reason. Only thing that happened, I went past a doorknob and yoinking and now it's ripped. Nah, this feels pretty damn, you ain't got to worry about that. Yeah, all this feels pretty damn good. All right, I like that. Let me put that right here. And let me move Bret Hart just a little bit so he show his face more. All right. And we got our main event match. We've got our Pro Wrestling Crate signed autograph. Let's see, wonder who we got in here. Well, through process of elimination, I know who it is, but yep. All right. WWE Hall of Famer Greg the Hammer Valentine. Nice old school there. Now see, I ain't going to be so quick to put this brother up on my wall because there were some very controversial comments that he had made a couple of years back. And I still need to know, for the record, was that just for show? Was he just trying to get attention? And I find it interesting that I'm bringing that up because John Wayne made headlines this week as well. I'm not going to dive into that because we talked about it on this week's RCWR show, but kind of get the idea of what I'm hinting at. So I appreciate all his contributions to the business, though, for sure. Make no mistake about it. But maybe this and the Bruce Pritchard fanny pack is something we could put up on a prize wall for folks. I think that would be pretty badass. All right, so let me put this. I think I can get away with putting this maybe right here for the camera lady. And camera lady, feel free to go ahead, zoom in there, and I'll do like the knife show. I'm going to give you my emerald knife. I'm going to give you my ruby red dragon katana, and I'm going to give you this army pocket Swiss knife. Normally, wait a minute, I'm being told by Rebecca. How much can I offer it for, Rebecca? You sure? They're not going to, you sure? Okay, I've just been told by Rebecca, our producer, that normally the knives and all that, it's $20.95, but we're going to give you a special deal. Tonight only, instead of it being $20.95, we're going to give it to you for $25.95. Plus shipping and handling. So let's see what you got here. I'll let you do the math, folks. I'll let you do the math. That's some interesting math. The more I'll let you do the math. I like the knife show. They always screw up on that damn thing. This month's charity, Owen Hart Foundation. That's cool. All right, so to recap, we got our Hitman Retro Bret Hart t-shirt. Badass shirt. Best shirt I've seen so far since we've been doing these crates. We've got our All Heart Johnny Gargano t-shirt. That's badass. We've got our Kota Ibushi Micro Brawler figure. That is followed up with the These Used to Be Over Brother Love fanny pack. Jimmy Hart Shoot Interview DVD. Dude Love exclusive collector's pin. And wrapping up the crate for this month, Greg the Hammer Valentine autographed 8x10. And as always, 10% off the next order on ProWrestlingTees.com. And in case I did not mention it already, this month's charity was the Owen Hart Foundation. That is fantastic news. Good timing too, as a lot of people kind of looked at Owen Hart as such a legend, and I wish that maybe this year he could go into the WWE Hall of Fame, even if his widow does not want to. I say go ahead and induct him anyway. Let Bret Hart accept on his behalf. But I think one thing we all can be in agreement on this week, wrestling fans everywhere, united to say it's about damn time, hearing the news that Joni Lauer, the ninth wonder of the world, China, will be taking her rightful place in the Hall of Fame. It sucks. It's not as a solo act that she's going to be going in as part of Degeneration X. But you know what? If it's a take it or leave it, I'll take it any day of the week, long as she gets in. Camera lady, what did you think about the crate for this month?
I think it's amazing. I think I love the Bret Hart shirt. I like the references to having, everything kind of deal with love or heart, or due to the fact that it's Valentine's theme. You got a couple that's a little, wonder how they came up with that. But other than that, it's a good one.
Yeah, like I'm wondering with regards to Dude Love, Kota Ibushi, and Bruce Pritchard, were they born in February? Does any of them have a birthday on Valentine's Day?
Dude Love would be...
I'm sorry, did I mention Dude Love?
Yeah.
I didn't mean to mention Dude Love. I'm sorry. I meant to say Kota Ibushi and Bruce Pritchard. Those are the two I'm kind of wondering, were their birthdays on Valentine's Day or their birthday is during the month of February? That's the only thing that I'll let you guys educate us, because I like pulling a Chris Matthews, tell me something I don't know. So it kind of gets us talking, gets the dialogue going. But let me know how you enjoyed your pro wrestling crate for this month. If you had the same enthusiasm as I had going through this, as is always awesome going through this with you guys every single month. And rest assured, with regards to Wrestlers with Podcasts for next month, we're definitely going to be on top of that. Now, before anybody asks, I know we are a bit behind on reviewing some of these DVDs. I actually finally have began reviewing some stuff. I started with the Chasing the Magic, the Nigel McGuinness story on the WWE Network. That's now available. We also are getting ready to review the Mark Henry WWE Network special that premiered Elimination Chamber weekend. So I'm pumping those two out in the coming days. And then we're going to backtrack and look at some previous shoot DVDs that's going to be released as well. So from here on now, if not twice a week, at least guaranteed once a week, you guys are going to start seeing some of these shoot DVDs that we've been able to get a hold of. They're going to start being reviewed for you guys. Once again, if you're new, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on all the great content that comes your way on a weekly basis. We do a live webcast/podcast Tuesday nights on YouTube, Spreaker, the RCWR Show app, Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. As soon as SmackDown goes off the air, talking all things wrestling, entertainment, and beyond. Been doing this since 2011. Have some great guests that come on by as well. Be kind, rewind, check out previous shows you might have missed on the downloads on your favorite listening platforms. And hey, if you want to go that extra mile and support the RCWR Show, patreon.com/RCWR Show. $5 a month. You get exclusive access to bonus audio video content you're not going to be able to find anywhere else. And you get access to some cool perks like our private Discord server where you can chat with me directly and our growing fan base. It's really been a cool experiment what we've been doing on Discord. We just started it up and we are very, very laid back just because the shows aren't on the air anymore. The fun keeps going in our Discord chat. So some really nice, cool perks that come with being a Patreon member of the RCWR Show. Not to mention you get access to content days earlier before it's released to the masses. A lot of times uncensored, unedited, commercial-free episodes. So do consider being a Patreon member. Get at me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Use the keywords, the RCWR Show. And until next go round, I'm wishing all you all to be safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. Make sure you give this a like, and I'll see you next go round. Take care.